Coming up next on Access Framingham TV, visit festive Christmas markets in Germany and Austria with my guest, Nicole Connolly. Stay tuned. Hello, I'm Jack Barron, host of Travels with Jack on Access Framingham TV, where guests share with our audience a recent trip, a vacation, a cruise, or even a business trip. You'll see their photos and hear about the exciting places they have visited. On this month's show, Nicole Connolly returns to share with us a visit to Christmas markets in Germany and Austria. What parts of the world have you visited? Please be my guest on Travels with Jack and share your travel experience with our viewing audience. Just contact us here at Access Framingham Television and let us know you'd like to be a guest. You can phone AFTV at 508-875-5434, or you can send an email message to info@accessfram.tv. Our associate producer, Andrea, will contact you to make arrangements for you to be on our show here on Access Framingham TV. If you don't live in Massachusetts, we would be pleased to assist you with travel to the Access Framingham studios. And now, let me welcome back to Travels with Jack, Nicole Connolly. Nicole, welcome back.
Thanks, Jack. I'm really excited to be back. Tell you some more about
Thrilled to
Germany.
have you. Now, for everybody, let me give you a little history. Those who might have seen Nicole with us earlier, she did a fabulous show on the automobiles in Stuttgart.
That was fun.
Yes, and also Bavaria, I remember very clearly. Nicole is currently an independent commercial photographer, weddings, bar mitzvahs, events for business. She does pictures for some big
weddings.
corporations. And to prepare you, I remember you, EMC, I believe you do a lot of work for.
Yep.
She lives with her husband, Carl, in Westborough. Nicole grew up in Stuttgart, Germany, and moved to the United States in 1996. She currently teaches at Assabet Technical School in Hudson in the After Dark program, where she is teaching German and Irish cooking, an unusual combination, but having an Irish husband, it all comes in very handy.
That's right.
For this show, Nicole is going to share with us a journey through the Christmas markets in Germany and Austria. And with her history of Germany, Nicole is the German Club in Walpole, Massachusetts' director of the Meetup Club, which has more than 200 members who like to talk to each other in German. So they go to the club and Nicole gets a conversation going and everybody has to speak German.
Yes. Don't have
As
to be
an
German
aside,
to go to.
Nicole also teaches German cooking at the German Club and is the all-star dirndl girl at the Oktoberfest, where she sells all kinds of fancy cakes from Candida Meister in Braintree, where Herr Gunther is the head baker.
Yes.
Who I've known for many years.
Yes.
And does
Good
wonderful
friend of yours.
cakes.
Yes, he
So
does.
there's a little bit of history on Nicole. So we're going to see pictures when Bill starts running them. Tell me, were you specially going to Germany and Austria for the Christmas events, or were you going to visit family?
Well, I kind of make it a combination of going to visit family, and then we normally in the evening times or during the day, we go and visit the Christmas markets, yes.
And these Christmas markets, they do what, every year?
Yes, they are every year. They normally start at the end of November.
What, right after, a month after Oktoberfest?
That's right. You know,
All right,
we need
so
the next event to celebrate.
Okay, so Oktoberfest finishes,
Yep.
and you have to dry out.
Yes.
Are we going to see drinking at the Christmas?
Yeah, that would be,
Yeah.
of course, it can't be missed,
I don't know
right?
if I'd be a good German. You really need to know how to drink beer to go to all the events.
Yeah, beer, wine, and schnapps, yeah.
All right, so you finish Oktoberfest, you have a month to dry out and diet.
Yep.
Okay, and then you get going to these Christmas events. So
Yes.
tell me a little bit about what they are. They have a historical, have they been around a long time?
Yeah, so good question. They've actually been around, they started them really at the end of the Middle Ages, and it was
Oh, so this is 1,000 years.
yeah, it's a
Oh my
little
God.
bit
Okay.
of time. Yeah, so really 1600s
Okay.
century, they started them, and it's of course back then it was more like to get ready for winter, you know.
Okay.
So they were selling at the markets meats and then goods that you might need to get through the winter. So that's how it really started. But then in the 16th century, they added toys. So they were making, you know, really authentic toys, and they were roasting nuts there, and other kind of goods that you might need to give as presents then. So they already evolved by just getting through the winter to now adding a little bit of fun around the Christmas time. So, yeah, so about in the 16th century. And I think now...
We have a map.
yeah, so I just wanted to show that our viewers can kind of see where Germany is. So we have, you know, the Netherlands are our next door neighbors, Denmark, Belgium, France. And then since we are going a little bit to Austria as well, it's right next to us. So we start with, I'm actually going through 5 Christmas markets tonight, and then Ludwigsburg is the first one that I'm going to show, and Ludwigsburg is very close to Stuttgart.
This is beautiful. What is this?
So, and I thought it would be a nice thing to start with that, since at the auto show that we did
Yes.
together, I kind of gave a glimpse of that already. This is actually a really nice Baroque castle. The reason why I'm showing this picture even is because this is kind of where the theme of this Christmas market is based on the history of this castle. And this used to be the
really?
residence for the royal family in the region of Baden-Württemberg. So that was built in 1707 till 1722, I believe.
Very magnificent
And this
hallway.
I showed this one at the auto show that we did together, but I want to show the outside, and now this is the inside. So it's considered the Swabian Versailles.
Yes. I
Yeah,
was
so
gonna
a
say-
beautiful Baroque castle, which is just one of the side things. Besides going to the Christmas market, it was really nice to visit actually this castle.
Now this castle, well, I'll let you talk about the Christmas market. So
Yeah.
this is what it is. They set up stalls like this? Okay.
So they normally pick the most beautiful, picturesque parts of that particular town or city. So it's normally around the town halls or the city halls, around close to churches. And there's actually one of the Baroque churches you see there in the background. And actually there's my dad standing to the right there. So he's the one that's standing still while everybody's
the leather
moving around.
jacket.
Yes.
Oh, he looks young.
Yeah, and it
Okay.
kind of gives us a little bit of a glimpse of what the decoration is like on those Christmas markets. And this, again, this whole theme around this Christmas market is the Baroque theme. So they have beautiful angels with their wings, and then a lot of lights. And so they really go out all the way to decorate these little the little stalls, the little. Where they have all the crafts and everything. So from the top of the roof, some of them have even particular kind of fabrics on the top of the roofs. And this is just one of the buildings at that plaza that shows really nicely how even the buildings around it are decorated. And then now I just
Nicole.
wanted to show some proof that I've actually been there. So this is taken
We
a little selfie.
we believe you. We believe you.
So, but the nice thing is, you know, those
Oh,
Christmas
look at
markets
this.
are really.
This is beautiful.
Yeah, so this is a view from the top. So
Is the palace in the background? Is
Yes.
that okay?
Yep. So it's in the back. The castle, you can see it kind of like towards the middle top part, very bright.
Who is in the castle today?
Good question. You can actually go and visit it.
It's
So
a public.
it's a public place that you can go and visit
Do
at
they
any
use
time.
it for government events or something, or?
I don't think that particular one that
Okay.
much. Yeah. So it's really open to the public to visit.
Oh, it's like a museum.
Yeah.
Okay.
The one that you saw in that was behind me, that
Yes.
was actually in the city of Stuttgart itself. So this one is Ludwigsburg, which is just a little bit north of Stuttgart. But in Stuttgart, there had a building in the background that was also a castle where, you know, royalty used to live. But now it's actually a government building. But the nice thing is, besides going, you know, normally you just hang out down below and walking through the different areas, but we actually ended up going up to one of the church towers, so we were able to capture these.
Now, what's the weather like, would you say, December?
That's why the coat that I was wearing.
Yep.
So I really wanted to make a point that it's normally not that cold around this time of the year. No,
Okay.
it's very comfortable to walk around.
Really? So it's a good time to go.
Yeah. So over the past few years when I've been, it's normally been around, I would say like 36, 40.
Oh,
Yeah.
comfortable.
Fahrenheit. Yeah. So it's been pretty.
For those watching the show today, we filmed a little bit. We're in the beginning of February. It was 0 today, and tomorrow they told me -5.
Yes.
So 35, 40 degrees sounds good.
Yeah. So people always think like, because I'm from Germany, you know, is it that cold in Germany? No.
No, I believe
It's not
it.
that cold, and we don't get as much snow, unless, of course, you're in the mountain
In the
areas.
Yeah, no, we've had plenty of snow.
So-
Okay, this is where? This is
So
a
the
map.
next one, yeah, so the next one is in Esslingen that we're going to. And I also wanted to make a point, the previous Christmas market you've seen, so it's just a little bit further south. If you're going to the Ludwigsburg Christmas market, it's a very, very typical one for that area.
Okay.
So I picked these because they're unique Christmas markets. It's not one that you would find in another area of Germany.
Do almost all the towns have a Christmas market for Christmas?
Yeah, so the cities normally have them, and they have them for longer periods of
Let
time.
me grab your photo here.
Yeah, so they have. This is actually my parents and my grandparents in the middle there, and as you can see there, we have the Advent calendar, not the event, like it's a event wreath where we light candles. So every Sunday
okay.
leading up to Christmas, we light a candle. So it's a big tradition that we have in Germany, where we just light a candle every Sunday, 4 Sundays prior to
And
Christmas.
these are cookies.
Yep. So there are some traditional cookies. There's the cinnamon star. That's the white one there, and then there's some coconut macaroons in there too. And then to the right there, you see the vanilla kipfel. And actually, I just want to show you that.
I'm going to grab one. I went to dinner
Yeah.
tonight. I had to rush out.
You couldn't grab dessert, and
I
I'm
didn't get
bringing
dessert.
some with you.
Oh, okay, good.
So they are freshly baked
I
just
don't
for
think
the
they're
show.
dietetic though, so.
So just freshly baked for the show. And I should say this.
Oh, these
Because
are
I-
marvelous.
This recipe actually for these, even though it's a traditional kind of cookie too that you would see in Germany, this recipe is actually from my great-grandmother.
Oh,
And not from Germany,
well,
but
I
from
can't thank her
Hungary.
personally, but she was Hungarian.
Yes, my great-grandmother was Hungarian, yes. And so it's her recipe.
Oh, they're very good. What
Yes.
did they, what would you call them? They had a name.
They're vanille kipfel.
Kipfer.
Yeah. So, or vanilla horns, I guess. If you
Oh,
would
they're
put,
delicious.
Yeah.
I'm going to grab another one.
Yeah,
No
you
one's
should have
looking.
another one later.
Okay, now
So-
we are.
Yeah, so what I wanted to point out is that, you know, it's beautiful to go to these Christmas markets at nighttime. So the previous one that we looked at, it was all taken at nighttime. But this one here, I actually, the first couple pictures you see are taken during the day. So I just want to give viewers an idea, you know, when it's actually a good time to go. They do open at 10 or 11 in the morning. And we talked a little bit about that they starting in November, at the end of November, a lot of them, and they go mostly until Christmas. On Christmas Eve, they're normally already closed.
They've closed, okay.
Yes, unless it's in a bigger city and they have like ice skating going on there as well.
They're giving a haircut?
Yes, so this is this particular Christmas market is in Esslingen, and Esslingen is the city I'm born in, so just outside Stuttgart. So the two Christmas markets are actually just about, I would say, 20-30 minutes away. Between 20-30 minute drive apart from each other, and this particular one is on the theme of the medieval ages, so the medieval times. So yes, so they dress up in the original costumes around the Middle Ages.
Really? Okay.
And yeah, so you can hardly see that, but she's actually using scissors that are, you know, not the usual scissors that you would cut with, but something that you would have found around that time of the year.
Now, when you say
and I want to point out as well, behind there, above, you see a big barrel?
Yes.
So that barrel, later on, when I was walking through the Christmas market again, I actually walked by there again, and there were two people sitting in that barrel taking a bath. So you can actually be at a Christmas market and taking a bath.
Now, this fellow who's dressed up and blowing some kind of old-fashioned
It's almost it looks like the good old Scottish
yes, bagpipes.
Bagpipes, yeah.
So part of these Christmas events is they do dress up and what, entertain the guests?
Yes, so there is a great children's program normally.
Every market has?
Yes, so most of the markets, they really try to get people involved in them as well. So they do crafts and they get kids involved, or where they make candle making or woodcraft, and they really try to get people involved in those kind of crafts as well. So you can normally look at the program. You know, each Christmas market has a program as well. You can look at that ahead of time. So if it has a little schedule, you can actually go to certain stands and be part of it as well. And yeah, so in this particular market, they do have people dressed up in the traditional clothing, and they do like act. So they dance. They get people involved in dancing as well.
Really?
They sing. And they do a lot of nonsense as well, so it's a fun market to go to. Again, it's very, very unique. You won't find this kind of market. Now, if I went to Berlin
or Frankfurt, they would have a market too? The big cities?
Yeah, Christmas market. Yeah, they have the Christmas markets in Berlin as well, and they are normally. And I should point out as well, most of them are free to go to. I believe the one in Berlin might not be free anymore because they kind of want to control the crowds a little bit. So I think they might ask for some entrance fee. But the ones I'm showing today, they're all free. So, and then let me tell you a little bit about, so in this particular Christmas market, what can you find? What can you normally see at those Christmas markets? So there's a lot of, we mentioned a little bit about it, the drinking. So you can find really nice wines and a lot of nice fine schnapps, because we have a lot of orchards around our area in around Esslingen. So and you see already the buildings are nice in the period as well. There's basket weaving. So you actually have somebody showing you basket weaving going on, as well as you can buy them there.
I never think of Germany for making baskets, though. I guess maybe they do. But yeah, I always think of them coming from China.
Oh, if you go to the farmers market in Germany on the weekends,
the crockery I would think would be German.
Yes, but you do see a lot of the old ladies on a Saturday at the farmers market going around with those baskets.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of dancing, and they have these fire logs everywhere, little
this is
fire
what,
pits.
to keep people warm?
Yeah, so they just really want to. I mean,
Okay.
obviously, if you stand around them, like the smoke and everything, you get the real. I mean, the scent when you go to these Christmas markets, you have. That's the nice thing. It smells like Christmas, really, because the scents coming from like, waffle. There's a waffle stand there. Then they have roasted nuts. Then they have, the wine. We do the glue wine. Which is like...
so you're saying when you go to the mall in Natick, it's not quite the same?
No, it's not.
Okay.
So
now, this is the Christmas Queen?
Yeah, so they have the ferries going around there as well. They do shows, and sometimes some of the markets. So not every market is called actually Christmas market. They have different names for them as well. So there could be one that's called Christkindlesmarkt.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, and then we have some samples of the schnapps and wine. Yep. So they make great gifts. So a lot of people that go to these markets, they buy their gifts for Christmas already.
Now this looks like what, a sausage shop?
Yeah, so they have like nice roasted potatoes at this market.
This is where I'd be hanging out.
Yes. And you see there's quite a few there too. And this one is, you find even goods from other countries there. So this is from a Hungarian stand there. And of course, me being, having my roots back in Hungary as well, we grabbed this. So this is actually called Türkisch Kolács. And you also find this in Prague, by the way.
Really?
So I
and
had
what
this
is
in
it?
Prague.
What is it?
Oh, it gets actually, it's dough that's put on a stick.
Yeah.
And then the stick turns, so it's mechanically turned, and then it just roasts over the fireplace. And it's put in sugar and fresh walnuts. So that's what you see on the outside.
Oh, so they take the dough.
Yep.
Wrap it in sugar and walnuts and roast it.
Yes.
Rather than bake it.
Yes, so it's
that's
kind of
different.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. So
All
it's
right.
really neat.
And
this is in Esslingen. That's the typical kind of centerpiece for this Christmas market. Again, you see it's around churches on a market plaza. The town hall is actually just around there as well. But this is like a pyramid that's in the center, is a centerpiece for that particular market. And you see actually all the people huddling around there. They're all drinking hot wine.
Hot wine.
Yeah,
okay.
so we call it Glühwein, which means glowing wine. So it's good. So
you have glowing beer too. What's the next
warm
holiday?
beer?
What's the next holiday after the Christmas festival?
Oh, it's Carnival. So so Carnival, which is in February. So it's starting just about now, where you can make fools out of all the politicians.
So again, we have to diet after Christmas.
Yeah.
Dry out a little bit, and then we get ready for Carnival.
That's right.
Okay.
Oh, and Carnival is such a fun time to go to Germany for sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's actually a dangerous thing.
I really think, the German Tourist Board, you got to send them the video from the show. They really need to see what a terrific promoter you are of German tourism.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, good.
Lufthansa, here I come.
Yes.
Okay.
So, but this one is a nice transition. Now, you saw the pyramid by day, but look at this, how nice it is by nighttime to go and go to these. It even adds to the whole Christmas atmosphere to go at nighttime to them as well. So
now the people climbed up there. They were people stacked in the different layers.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So they have the little figurines there. Yes, yes.
Okay.
And so they're, of course, in the nighttime, it gets busier as well now. So you see, families, because people are, out of work at that time. But even if you get cold, you get that Glühwein, that hot wine. And it's actually what it is. It's mostly consists a lot of regions that make it out of red wine.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not really necessarily the best wine that they offer.
Okay, but
If it's not the best wine, they add some more sugar in it, and then it consists of spices like clover, cinnamon sticks.
Okay.
So that's how they spice it, and they just warm it up, and then you drink that at when it's getting colder out there in the evening times, and you have that. It's like a big hit. And I should point out, in Germany, of course, the drinking age is 18.
Okay.
But even if you are with adults, you are allowed to drink.
Now, this is what I see, lots of Valentine
Yeah, so
hearts.
those are gingerbread hearts that are more decorative than really that you think you might eat them.
Okay.
But you find these around the Oktoberfest time as well. So it's just a cute little thing to buy and on those markets. And look how nice they are decorated up top as well there with a a big turkey, I think it is, up top there, or some sort of bird. But yes, those hearts you would normally buy to, you would buy it for your dad or for your sister, or and it says like, I love you, or Dad, you're the best, those kind of things. So they have candles there as well. They're beautiful candles, and these ones are actually, they have a tea light inside of them. Even though the candle itself is made of wax around it, they made it hollow, and they just put a tea light in it, so it kind of gives the glow of a candle. Yeah. So you find a lot of these kind of, again, people go there and buy them as gifts for Christmas time. So, and again, beautifully decorated with the pine twigs and angels and lit up. It's just beautiful to walk through there at nighttime. I find it better to walk there at nighttime than during the day. Again, it gets crowded, as you can see there, the amount of people. But you see in the background the churches again and the nice original buildings there. And more wicker baskets.
The baskets, well, evidently the baskets are busy.
Yeah, so you walk, it's, I mean, the Esslingen one, it has actually, I believe it gets 2 million people yearly visiting those, yes.
Wow.
So, and it has about, I believe, 180 stands there.
Oh, so it's a big, big event.
Yeah, it is quite big, yeah.
Go ahead.
This is the town hall here, actually. So, in the background, and we have always the Christmas tree as well. And then because again, this one is a very traditional medieval time kind of market. They have their own homemade soaps. You find beeswax candles there as well. So they really tone everything and gear it towards that theme. And some of the Christmas markets, they actually controlled as well. So you can't sell like certain things there, like plastic.
Oh, so now are these usually non-profit?
No, it's all for profit.
No, I mean, but the people who own the markets or who organize it, they're a business, or are they usually part of the church or the town or something?
Good question, actually, yeah. So a lot of them, they do these on a regular basis where they just go from...
As a business?
Yes, it is a business, but some stands that you find there are actually by the church, for example, and people have homemade cookies, and they sell them for profit that they bring in then for the church, for example.
Okay.
Yep. Or
and
for any other cause.
One of the streets.
And this is one of the alleys that you walk through there, and look how nice this is. I mean, doesn't it feel like medieval?
No, not medieval, but it just looks very
the Middle Ages,
out of a magazine.
Yes.
Yeah,
and then
it could be your pictures are good too.
So you see there's a castle up top there as well, and it has like steep stairs going up that castle, and that's one of the attractions there as well. They have concerts up there in the summertime, or movies they're showing there.
And what city is this again?
This is Esslingen still. It's all Esslingen, yes. And below that castle, actually, there were vineyards there, so we could not see there because it's dark, but there's all vineyards there. That whole region, the Ludwigsburg area and around it, it's all vineyards. And
so that's where a lot of the German wines come from, is what you're saying.
Well, you would think that there is a lot of wine coming from that area, but it's not really been sold here. So it's, we have always the wine from the Rhine region or the Mosel region, but the wines from that region, I have not yet found any store.
And how are they? Do you find them as good?
I like them, yes. I like them, and they're quite inexpensive wines too in Germany. So maybe I don't know if they don't produce as much, that they want to export them, or maybe it just hasn't hit here yet.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. I do know, the euro, well, if the euro is a little bit lower value, it's easier to export.
Yeah, so maybe that's going to happen now because the dollar is getting stronger.
Yes.
So it's a good time to book.
And the Greeks are dropping the euro. We won't get into an economics meeting tonight, but the euro is...
As well as Switzerland just separated them from the euro, yes.
Yeah, Switzerland, the money has been very high in value. They're very nervous, finding it hard to export. Because the Swiss franc is so high.
Yes.
All right, where are we now?
Okay, so the next stop, it's just a very short stop for this one, so I just have a few pictures of that, but this is Ulm. And the reason why I picked Ulm, now this one is from Esslingen, where the previous market where we were on. It has actually a dome in Ulm, and that dome is actually the highest church tower in all of Europe.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes, the highest church tower.
So
this
translate
is
the sign for me.
So this is Ulmer Weihnachtsmarkt. So this still is translated word for word. Ulm is the town,
Yep.
or the city, I should say, and Weihnachtsmarkt is Christmas market, word for word. Weihnacht
okay.
is Christmas. Yeah.
Okay.
And we will get to somewhere. So you kind of see the dome in the background, but you see there's a
Christmas tree, and I see the nativity.
Native story. Yeah,
Yep.
nativity story, exactly. So you see the dome a little bit there. This is my dad, actually.
Yep.
I had to take that picture of my dad because I just bought him that hat, and it's a very typical, very famous kind of hat. One of the German politicians actually wore it, and I got this for my dad. So, and I told him, like, Dad, stand there. I want to take a picture of you with your new hat. And of course, he showed it off very proudly.
This looks almost like Rockefeller Center a little bit. This church.
So this is, it's the highest church tower in all of Europe. So
Really?
if not the world, I think. So it's so it's just a few
can
pictures.
Can you take an elevator to the top of it, or?
Most of them you walk.
You walk.
They
okay.
don't have yet steep stairs, but I highly recommend when you go to these Christmas markets and you want to get the beautiful above view like you saw in the first Christmas market that we went to, try to see that you can do that. Take a look at the church towers and see if they do tours where you can go up, because it's beautiful.
I noticed in the map it said Liechtenstein. Now that would not be that would not be the country Liechtenstein, or is it?
It is, yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yes.
So it was. Now, do they also do these Christmas
in Liechtenstein?
Yes.
I'm wondering. I'm not sure about Liechtenstein.
But I didn't realize it was that close.
I've never visited. Yes.
Oh.
I've never visited there, so I have no clue if they do that.
Okay.
It's something that we have to explore. Maybe I do another story on Liechtenstein someday.
I see. Well, it's right on the border
it's
with
right
you.
down there. Just Italy down in the south, and then there's Austria right there too. So the next one we're going to is actually in Austria, and this is the only one that I'm showing off Austria. So
okay.
It's we have only two more to go. Oh, so this is Ulm again.
One more of Ulm, okay.
Yeah. But this is now by day again, and you will also see...
Look how different the buildings look.
Yes. So this is Salzburg now.
Okay.
Salzburg, now if you travel from...
Look how the color is gone on the buildings.
Yes.
The German buildings, much more colorful.
Oh, they have beautiful, colorful buildings there too.
They do, okay.
Yes. So Salzburg is known obviously for Mozart. So
yep.
he was born there, and he also lived there when he wasn't traveling, obviously, to write operas and be part of it. So again, I'm showing them by daytime, going through them. Now, I just want to briefly also talk about Salzburg is about by train. If you would go there by train, which I recommend, then you don't have to worry about parking in the city. I took that trip in particular with my mom, and we stayed in a hotel. The hotel that we stayed in is called the Sacher Hotel.
Okay.
Like the Sacher cake.
Like the Sacher
yes.
torte. Yes.
Yes. So it's a beautiful old hotel, and it's within walking distance to these markets. So it's just across the river.
And how long was the train ride for you?
The train ride is 4 hours from Stuttgart.
Okay.
So from Stuttgart, 4 hours, and it costs about 45 euros or so.
So not too expensive.
No, not at all. So you rather do that, get a hotel there. Even the Sacher Hotel is not the
most elegant, but you will comfortable.
No, it's very, very elegant.
It is.
There's actually a lot of actors stayed in that one.
Right.
American actors, by the way. They stayed there. But it's not the cheapest. That's what I wanted to say. It's not the cheapest hotel. It's definitely...
Well, our viewers are well-to-do.
Yeah.
All wealthy viewers, they're ready to roll.
Yes. So, but the nice thing is to go to the Christmas market, and then at nighttime you can see one of the concerts, and I'm gonna actually get to those pictures as well. But so again, the fare there is we love like roasted nuts that you can buy there.
Oh yeah, the roasted chestnuts and everything. Yeah.
They're sugar and cinnamon coated as
really?
well. Oh, they're so tasty. We have like chocolate dipped fruits there. Again, of course, you can get the glühwein there as well. And I already
everybody sells the glühwein.
Oh, it's the best thing. It's the best thing. So I think there you see one of the Mozart, little Mozart balls there on top of the drink. And this is actually now, this is not called Christmas market anymore in Salzburg. It's actually called the Christkindlesmarkt.
which is meaning children's.
Christkind, Christkind is like, that's normally what we would say who comes for Christmas time. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's and you can have Santa Claus obviously comes around those Christmas markets as well.
Oh, he dresses up too.
Yeah, so he comes there as well, and there's places where you can have pictures taken with him. But the Christkind they actually in that, and look how much mistletoe they have decorated there.
Yep, I
so
see.
You stop at every couple minutes and have to give somebody a kiss. So.
Well, you drink enough of that glue wine.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
You're ready to go.
And they have the old signs there, so it's now you're in a completely different alley, and look how beautiful, colorful it actually is. So I think
it looks very different though than the German towns.
Look at the nighttime, how beautiful it again looks. Like it just has that beautiful, warm feeling of the towns and how they decorate them and everything. So great food there as well. What you actually saw in the picture previously, it was Kaiserschmarrn. It was Kaiserschmarrn. It had like a cherry sauce on it, and then the drink was a typical drink for that area, and there was a little Mozartkugel on it.
Okay.
That little ball that you saw there that was on top of the cup there, and those were typical things you only find at that Christmas market. You wouldn't necessarily find them anywhere else. So, but again, lots of crafts, a lot of handmade things like, you find a good pair of warm socks there. I'm sure you find dirndl dresses there too. Actually, I believe I bought my dirndl dress that I'm wearing.
Oh, that you're wearing for the German club.
German club. I bought it in Salzburg. That was my Christmas present actually for my mom. She bought that for me. So
are they expensive, the German dirndls?
They are.
Oh, they are.
Yeah. So you normally pay for them about €200-300.
Really? So
yes.
$450, $500
yes.
depending. Oh,
yeah.
That is a lot.
So you find them less expensive too. But this is like it's German or Austrian made. So
we were talking. We had a guest a little while ago from India, and they were saying the authentic Indian clothes have become expensive,
yes,
all those fancy.
Yeah. And a lot of tourists actually buy them now too. So I had a friend who just went and she told me exactly the same thing.
And on an earlier show, we were talking about in Africa.
Yeah.
They have all those beautiful prints and everything. Again, very expensive to make today. And the regular African people are straying away from those clothes, and they're buying clothes that come from China.
Yes.
Yes, because they said, it's much less money.
Yeah, it's true. But so that's what I said. I went there and I wanted to get a dress, so I knew it was made
there. The authentic clothing is expensive.
Yeah.
Oh, all right,
and I should show my little entourage that I brought here too. So those would be some things that you would find there as well. So toys, of course. These are actually original Steiff toys. And this, you can see this one is really old.
Yeah.
So this one was probably, I must have been 1 or 2 years.
And this was yours?
That was mine, yeah. And then this one here, I think I was 8 years old. So this was always my favorite one. But those are things that you would find at the Christmas markets.
I recognize that name, Steiff.
Yes.
That's a traditional German.
Yeah, and that's actually from the area, for the 2 Christmas markets that we saw. It's from that area. And then you have these little things, cool little kids' toys. So what did
you pull? You just pushed on. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
See, folks,
a little giraffe.
They won't show me, but I can even get the thing to work.
And little wood carved things that you can buy there. And this one here is actually made of stone, like a precious stone.
Oh yes, this looks. I know.
So these are all things that you can find there. Honey, you can find there too.
This the green, the malachite, I believe this is.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, is if you're in Russia, in the Great Museum there in St. Petersburg, is all huge amounts of malachite furniture.
Oh wow!
Oh yeah, they knew how to spend those czars. Everyone else was starving in the fields.
Yeah, but
they were living great.
That's true. Yeah. So I just wanted to show those. So maybe we have another cookie. What do you think?
I get another cookie. Okay.
I'm gonna have one too.
I'll stay all night. The cookies are great.
Gotta make sure we share some with the team as well later.
Oh, yeah, all right, no more for me. Now we're still in Austria, I'm going to suggest, right? Okay.
Wasn't a good idea that both of us are eating the cookies at
No,
the same
no,
time.
that's all right.
Nobody can talk
Cookies are
now.
very good. I should take your cooking class just to make those.
That's right. You should.
So this is again the Christmas market in Salzburg, which is a pretty good sized city. Am I right?
That's right. Yeah, it's a beautiful city. So, and you see that those are all around the marketplace as well. Around the Dom. This is actually the Domplatz, I believe. The dome is there, and of course because it's at the nighttime and we don't really have that angle, but there's a beautiful castle up top, and we see actually pictures of that later on too, because the nice thing is I would highly recommend it to go and see a Christmas concert up on the castle.
Oh, really? So they do special concerts all the time?
Yes. So you can take like a little train goes up there.
Really?
It's it's not a train, but it's like a little wagon,
Okay.
goes up there. So it's very easy to get up there. And your hotel, so the Hotel Sacher in our case, organized this all for us. We just told them, look, we want to go for a concert tonight. And they said, like, no problem. We organized this all for you. So they're very helpful. But
so I gather then a lot of people from all over
yes,
come for these events.
Yes. So I didn't bring any pictures of that, but the Stuttgart Christmas market, that's right in between our first Christmas market that we saw in the Esslingen, the medieval or mid-ages Christmas market. Stuttgart has 4 million people coming.
Really?
And they have over 280 stands. So it's the biggest one in Europe.
Would you say they come from all over Europe?
From Europe alone, from Germany even, from France they come over. So
they do. Oh, so this is a big.
It is very well known that the Christmas markets are, in Germany.
Does France? Forgive my ignorance. Does France do anything like this? Do they?
No, I don't really know. So it's no.
Okay.
I don't know either if they do the traditional Christmas markets like we do in Germany. I really don't know if they do.
Well, you know what, our audience, if any of you know, send us a note at our website and let us know if you've seen any of these Christmas markets in France or Italy or any other European countries. I'm very interested.
I would think maybe in the north of Italy they might, because
it's close to Germany.
Yeah, exactly, and they still have the history there. So the connection
all they do, the northern
Austria.
Italians, they just run to go to the banks in Switzerland. That's their big trip, leaving northern Italy to go to the bank.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So they have a lot of the chocolates here, pralines, and that they're selling there. And I think maybe we see some of the chocolate-covered fruits there as well. Yeah, which I love. I totally love that. And then hot waffles, and they do.
I don't know how you stay so thin between the cookies and the chocolate-covered fruits and everything.
You do a lot of walking in there when you're there, so that's probably.
I could walk from Stuttgart to Strasbourg. I wouldn't lose any weight. All right, so here we are. This looks like
this is
a musical scene.
Yeah, so this is now up in the castle, actually.
Oh, okay. I like the way they did the chandelier.
Yeah, isn't that beautiful?
Yes.
Decorated. So it was it was just magnificent to go to this concert, because they even played the Alpenhorn, like the big horn, but it's they're having a hard time bringing that up there in that little wagon, that goes up to the castle. So they actually have one that just folds up.
Okay.
So unfortunately I don't have a picture of that, but I can highly recommend to go to one of these concerts. It was so beautiful, and it's very quaint and small. And I should say there's a lot of Japanese actually were there.
Really?
So there's a lot of they have a lot of musicians in Salzburg because it's so well known for the music. So they have a lot of people from Asia actually studying music there.
Oh, they go there as well. The Asians I know are very. You always see a lot of Asian violinists and cello. So I know they're very much.
And a lot of them are there now.
Interested.
Yeah.
Oh, and this is where they're getting training.
Yes. So in the best places, it's Salzburg for sure. They're very well known for the music. And I should give a little tip on Salzburg as well. So I mentioned already the hotel, but there is a beautiful, a great little bakery. It's a little nook on a corner. It's called the Annis Bakery.
Okay.
So it's right near the residence, the Mozart residence. So if you go and see that when you're in Salzburg, which is a thing that you might do to go to see where Mozart actually lived, it's right across there on the corner. So so a little tip there for great breakfast.
I've been to Vienna, and I just remember the food was so marvelous.
Yes. I love Austrian food.
Yes.
It's definitely one of my favorite foods.
Yeah, but
as well.
I was at Salzburg. I think the train went through Salzburg. We were coming, I think, from Munich,
Okay.
and we didn't have time to visit
Yeah,
Salzburg.
yeah. So yeah, I can highly recommend Salzburg to go to. There's so much to see. They have
All right, now we're moving north a little bit.
Yes, so now we're going to our last Christmas market, and it's called Christkindlesmarkt, and this is now in Nuermberg. So,
Nuermberg, where they have the famous trials after World War II.
That's right. So Nuermberg, and Nuermberg is very famous for the Nürnberger Lebkuchen, which is gingerbread.
Okay.
Nürnberger Lebkuchen, and also the Nürnberger sausages they have there.
Oh, wonderful.
And again, it's
nice.
very old. So
See, I like these kind of buildings. These are.
I just love that
Yeah.
too. It just makes the whole scene. So
Yes.
you know, you go to the Christmas market, it's one thing, but they put them in, like I said in the beginning, in the most picturesque places,
Yes.
and they really spread them out. Like, you know, where do you find them? Where's the Christmas market? Well, look for the town centers. Where they normally have typical markets, and in Nuremberg they really have them spread out. So this is in the old part of Nuremberg, but then it just goes all along the streets, and then it goes to another plaza where the town hall is, the city hall is. So, but we're starting there, and this is now the famous Glühwein. So you can see like how it's actually glowing.
Give me a translation there. What
Oh, I don't. It's Fränkische Weinstube im Handwerkshof Nürnberg. So Fränkisch is the region there.
Oh, okay.
And I love the accent from that region as well, the German accent in that. And this Weinstube is a wine room, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's kind of like in a cute way. It's you know, chamber. It's a wine chamber, you know, like at home, coziness. And then Handwerkhof is that means like crafts court, the crafts court in the crafts court Nuremberg. So that's basically what that means word for word.
But it's the same Glühwein with the sugar in it that they heat up.
So, you know, not all of them have that. So I believe in that area they actually have excellent Fränkischen wine.
Okay.
So they use the real
so it's a better quality Glühwein.
good wine. They skip the sugar and just use the good wine. So the sugar is only added if the wine is bad.
Well, you know, you'll have to do a book or a blog or something, say, are you getting ready to go to Germany for Christmas market? Let me give you the reviews on the wine.
Yes. That would be a good one.
And you'll tell them, you'll put it in like, this one was 60% sugar, but this one was real good.
Yes.
That's what I'm going to tell. I'm going to add to your resume, Glühwein specialist. All right.
So that market has actually been around since 16th century again, 1638, I believe. And it's again called, instead of Christmas market, it's called Christkindlesmarkt again.
Okay.
And you see the big Christkindl there. And they actually have a competition. So every year they pick a new Christkind, a girl that's going to be, you know, dressed in a beautiful dress.
They make that same dress for one of the girls, or similar?
Yeah, similar.
Really?
I think it has a star on it, but yeah, that's the famous thing for Nuremberg. So each one has their own traditions, but yeah, that's kind of and again, this one is only at we were there only at daytime. It's a train ride, again, 40 euros to travel from Salzburg to Nuremberg.
Okay.
3 hours.
And I see they've got nice hazelnut croissant chocolates and
so marzipan.
Yeah.
So
I can't
these
read
ones,
the other ones. But
those are what they called is, it says Riesenküsse, that means giant kisses.
Okay.
And they have the little gingerbread hearts there too. But those are basically made of egg whites, and they put a lot of sugar in those, and then they cover them in chocolate and
So like a meringue. Oh, there we go.
Like a meringue, but it's soft. So we have them actually as
And
kids' parties.
Here's a delicious
but
grilled
this is the Nuermberger.
bratwurst,
Yeah,
maybe.
so this is the famous Nuermberger bratwurst.
Oh, it's famous from Nuermberg. I didn't know
Very
that.
famous. So why is it famous? Because the spices in it, each sausage has different spices.
But
and
on a
that's
white roll, they don't do it on a dark bread. I'm surprised.
No, it's on a white roll because it's easy to eat. And this particular Christmas market also used to have the ride that you can take in the Postkutsche.
Oh, okay.
In the post coach. It's very inexpensive to actually go for a ride in that. It's for, I believe, €4 for an adult and €250 for
And they take you around
children.
town.
They take you around just the Christmas markets itself. And see, they have even the guys holding a blanket there, so you get a blanket too. Now, this is really, really famous too. This has gotten more popular, I think, over the last few years. But this is not Glühwein anymore, even though, yeah, this gets even better. So it is actually wine as well, and it's. But the famous thing about this is there's a sugar cone that they put on top of it. So that this is actually in a giant form of it, but people make that at home in a smaller version.
So I see the kettles.
In the kettle there is wine.
Okay.
The sugar cone where he's pouring on top, what he's actually pouring is rum. And it has to have at least 58% proof rum. But you find that in Austria as well, and they do with 80% proof Strohrum.
So wait, so he's mixing the rum with wine?
He's putting the rum on the sugar cone.
Yep.
Lights it, puts it on fire.
Yep.
And then it starts dripping the chocolate, the sugar into the wine, and it caramelizes it. So
okay, so he is adding rum into the wine.
Yes.
With the sugar.
Yes. With the
this is extra special.
Yes.
Okay.
So, and this is actually my mom. They're picking some glass ornaments.
Ornaments for the Christmas tree.
For the Christmas tree. So
beautiful.
Yeah, so and it's a beautiful old castle.
Now,
this is all decorations. So there's a lot of decorations, handcrafted little figurines, little angels. They have even like smoking, not crackers, of course. They have the smoking figurines that they have a scent to them as well. So those are really typical things that you find in those. So Christmas
these are very
markets.
much a little bit like some of our big fairs, like yes.
Yeah, but it's like they really go all the way out, and I mean they're there for 4 weeks, before Christmas. Yeah.
So they could prepare all year just for this if they do a lot of handmade stuff.
Yes. Yeah, of course now you don't know where things are made anymore. But you see the red and white tarp, that's very typical for this Christmas market here actually. And they have, again, one of the centerpieces is that little pyramid there in the background that you see there. But it's really a family thing, kids go there because, again, you have lots of great foods to try.
And this looks like more handmade stuff.
Yep. Lots of, those are little owls, I believe, there. And the candles, things where you can put candles in. So those are all ceramic figurines, and you can put candles in them.
What would you say is and if the pictures come up, certainly interrupt me, but what would you say would be a traditional German Christmas Eve dinner in Germany? What would I look forward to? Oh,
so we would normally, a Christmas dinner would consist of a turkey.
Okay.
Yeah, turkey you would have with that normally pairs with, well, it's not cranberries, but it's kind of a cranberry.
Lingonberry, like a lingonberry?
Yeah, exactly. So you would have a pear with lingonberry on top of it. You would have dumplings, of course.
Okay.
Knödel. Either potato knödel or potato dumplings or bread dumplings.
Okay.
Those are typical with that. And then cabbage. So
you would have cabbage.
Yes, you would have cabbage with that or other vegetables. So yeah, cabbage, red cabbage is normally very traditional with that too. Yeah, so that would be a typical dinner. Or we also like Brussels sprouts with our turkey.
But cabbage is very big in Germany anyway.
It is, yeah.
Between sauerkraut and coleslaw and
I mean the sauerkraut is it's more of a sour kind of kraut.
I love sauerkraut.
Yeah, me too. But
sauerkraut with bratwurst, I'm in seventh heaven.
It's actually the red cabbage that we would have with the turkey, and it would be more on the sweeter side. So there's clovers in it. Normally that's how you spice it, but it would be on the sweeter side, not on the sour side like the sauerkraut. Yeah. So I think there's
a few more.
Yeah, so
Look at all these toys and everything.
Yeah, so those are different kind of nutcrackers, and they have even, like...
Oh, these are all nutcrackers.
Yeah,
oh,
so
wow.
nutcrackers, and they just make them in different kinds of forms. And I think those are the also a few I see in there that I mentioned. There's the smoking ones where you have like one of those incense sticks that you...
Yes.
And they basically smoke. I don't know where you light it, but then they have the mouths open and they just smoke the smoke comes out of their mouth. So it's kind of very cute, and they really go. They have. I see a hunter there. I see an angel there. I see a chef there.
When I was very young, I had a friend. Their folks collected all the steins, the German steins.
Oh yeah.
So this
So that's around Oktoberfest again.
Yeah.
You go into all the different... Oh, and yes, Stollen. I haven't even mentioned anything like that. So besides cookies...
Gunther at Candida makes Stollen every Christmas.
Yeah, does he as well?
Yes.
So these, I think those were very, very nice Stollen actually that they had there. So Stollen is definitely something that you find there as well. And they have them with marzipan as well. That's personally my favorite one, marzipan, in the Stollen. Stollen is like a fruit bread,
yes.
Basically. That's what it is. It has fruits in them, but it's not. If they make a good one, it shouldn't be too dry. And it's totally fine, like to eat it with a little bit of butter on it and jam, and have it for breakfast in the morning. So you don't need to just have a slice of and have it with cake or with coffee.
The guy is smiling, and the woman she looks very serious. She didn't want you taking her picture.
I know. What's up with that, right?
Yeah, I see. The guy was smiling at you.
Yeah.
She gave you the hard look.
But they look very very traditional in their outfits.
I'll tell you. It is such a treat for us to have you as a guest.
Oh, thank you.
No, really. I mean, you see, I laughed through the whole show. And no, really, it's great. And the photos are fabulous.
Thank you.
You've got to return again. I've got to have another trip with you some way. Go to Ireland with your husband.
I know. I should go there, right?
You and Carl. I did remember, I think one of your trips you showed us, I think you were on horses.
Yes.
Was that in Ireland?
It was in Ireland as well, yes.
Well, we're going to send you to Ireland with cooking in Ireland.
Yeah.
And you think they have the glow wine in Germany?
Yeah.
Believe me, the Irish have lots of different things they'll have you drink.
That's great.
I'll never forget, we were in Ireland, we kept drinking that Guinness, the black ale and everything.
Did you? Yeah.
Oh my God.
Those are meals in its own as well.
Yeah.
It's like you don't need anything else.
Well, I'm going to go to Germany. I'm going to have the glow wine.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
definitely. And that's something, just around the Christmas time, really.
Thank you so much. And as soon as we wind things up, everybody can grab the cookies before I do. Thank you so much. Great to have you as always.
Yeah, I had so much fun. Thank you.
You.